Good morning, everyone. John Thessel from Newcastle Hearing. Last time we talked about the outer ear. Today we're going to talk about the middle ear. So the middle ear is from the eardrum inwards. We discussed the eardrum or the tympanic membrane in the outer ear video. So today we're going to talk about the ossicles. So the ossicles refer to the three little bones that are in that middle ear cavity. So again, just a quick refresher, we have that tunnel bored through, there's the ear canal, and we have the eardrum. And on the other side, we have this slightly larger cavity. As the eardrum is resonating with the sound waves, which go back and forth, and we have three ossicles. We have the malleus, we have the incus, and we have the stapes. Commonly, they're referred to as the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup because of the shape of them. Now, the stapes, the stirrup, the last bone, is actually the smallest bone in the human body. It's a very delicate bone, and it is prone to breaking down and deteriorating. If you have that happen, there's a very simple procedure referred to as a stapedectomy, where what they will do is they'll actually go in and they will surgically cut out that bone and replace it with a titanium rod. Now, the base of the middle ear cavity is the opening to the Eustachian tube. So the Eustachian tube is the tube that connects down to the back of your throat. And what happens is it opens up on its own about once a minute or so when you cough, you sneeze, you chew, you swallow. And when it opens up, that allows fresh supply of air to get into that middle ear cavity. Assuming your eardrum is fully intact, there is no other source for fresh air to get in. Lining the roof of the middle ear cavity are a bunch of small little capillaries, which are actually absorbing oxygen out of the air. And so your middle ear functions in a way kind of almost like your lungs. So it can provide a direct supply of oxygen to the cochlea, the inner ear. We'll discuss that in another video. Now, because you have this supply of oxygen, which is being removed from the air, we have to have a new source for fresh oxygen to get in. If you have any inflammation in the back of your throat, or you have some congestion, some mucus that prevents your eustachian tube from being able to open, and when that happens, you end up with a vacuum. That vacuum, that negative pressure in your middle ear cavity, forces your eardrum to begin to be retracted backwards. Most of us have heard of fluid in the ear, and what that refers to is when there is enough negative pressure that the mucous membranes, if you'll recall me discussing the different skin types, the inner layer of the eardrum, which continues, and the entire middle ear cavity is lined with a thin mucousy substance. What will happen is the vacuum in your middle ear cavity will actually suck that mucus out from the skin, and it will absorb, or it will begin to fill up with that fluid. If that happens, we need to find a way to force your eustachian tube open by resolving whatever it is that's keeping it shut, or inserting a PE tube or a myringotomy, a pressure tube into the ear, which is a small little opening, a plastic grommet that's placed into the eardrum, and that allows the fluid that's building up in that middle ear cavity to be able to drain out. Now, assuming everything is functioning correctly, you have your eardrum resonating back and forth, and that resonance then gets passed through those three bones, the malleus, the incus, and the stapes. And the footplate of the stapes pushes in and out of the cochlea. So you have thousands of times per second these little bones doing their dance, pushing the sound in a mechanical fashion into the inner ear. If you have any questions about the middle ear, the outer ear, anything at all to do with the ear or your hearing or hearing aid technology, please give me a call at 905-446-4327 or visit our website at www.newcastlehearing.ca. Thank you so much for watching.